disgusting. And we go into this room, and, like, he's pulling all these toys and everything, and literally, I'm, like, fisting him, and I'm, like, going like that with my whole arm, like, inside of him, like, just, like, it was, like, to my elbow.
That's
just like,
what?
Well, yeah, and like,
dude, you could reach in, grab his heart, and do the fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you could have murdered him for sure.
And then
that's a Bloodborne move where you go fucking all the way with your fist. Hello, and welcome to the Basement Show, everybody. My name's Jake Tooley, and this is episode 2 of the second season. Very exciting, because it is our first non-comic guest. That's right. We have, this week, Silas Callier, our good friend and roommate, 4th member, non-comic member of Phuck Hause. It's very exciting. Basically, me and Silas were having a conversation a while back. They were reading me this list they had procured of all the people they had slept with, and I was dying laughing. I told them to stop talking, save it for the podcast so we could have them on and read it here. For you, for us, it's a great time. Me and Noah had a fun time talking to them, as always. And here it is.
Okay. You remember when you were fucking?
No, I remember a lot of things, but, like, you know, especially when I'm fucking, hopefully it's not disassociation.
Blackout fuck often?
Yeah, sober, not sober, you know. I don't know, I remember when I was, like, first heard myself, like, I was part of the honor choir in 7th grade, and I, like, made it this big thing, like, everyone I can sing and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then I go and I get myself, like, one of those, like, tape recorders, and I start singing to it, and I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Just, like, going into it, and I hear myself back, and I was like, oh my god.
That was an episode of Hannah Montana.
I fucking did that shit too. I recorded myself on my phone, like, a video of my face singing Poker Face by Lady Gaga when I was in the 6th grade. And I remember listening back over it, and I like almost cried. I was like, I can't believe how embarrassingly bad my voice is.
And like people told you were good, like, you know, I mean, like, fuck my mom, fuck my grandma for like encouraging me.
Oh yeah, no, I had a bunch of the, like, my parents convinced me that I was good at guitar in, like, 4th grade. I'd taken, like, a year of lessons, and they were like, you're aficionado, like, you're the best. Signed up for the school talent show, played not even a song, by the way, just something I thought I wrote, which was probably 4 chords in a row. Like, I wrote a song. Like,
you played for the talent show?
Yeah,
that's
like, I played
rough,
like and people applauded at the end. Nobody said shit. I don't know if people liked it or not, but looking back, it's very embarrassing.
What song was it?
Literally, I just, like, found 4 chords in a row, like, literally the first 4 chords I learned, probably, and was like, this is my song. And no lyrics. And I went, and they were like, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Tooley with a guitar. And then for about 2 minutes, I just... and then I was like, thank you, good night. And inside I felt like a rock star. Meanwhile, my parents were probably bribing everybody to clap in the audience. That was the same talent show that this kid named Levi, who is now our local rapper in my hometown.
Good.
Yeah.
Levi, that's a fucking
Levi.
like Amish name.
Yeah.
That's like a dude with a beard name.
He had like a rat tail growing up. Yeah. Me and him were friends in like 4th grade. This was when the talent show happened. So we were pretty good friends. I was doing the guitar, and his thing was that he knew the dance to Superman by Soulja Boy.
Oh, God.
And, he did that. Well, actually, he tried to do that in front of the whole school, and then whoever, like, the teacher that was running it, like, let the song play for about 4 seconds, and then stopped the song because she thought it was devil music.
Well, yeah, they swear a lot. He's Superman.
Apparently, he got whatever clean radio version was available, and like ran it by people, and like asked our teacher and multiple whoever, like that wasn't like the first they had heard of it.
Real punk rock.
But then she literally like stopped the show, waved him off the stage, like no, like this is the music of the devil. We're not having this.
Do you remember jerking?
I never jerked.
Do you remember jerking?
Not that way. I know what you're talking about. Not that way.
Did you know how to do it?
No, I didn't know how to do it. I grew up in the Bay Area, so did you.
Yeah.
But, like,
well, jerking, I feel like, was everywhere.
Yeah, but it was such
Everybody knows how to jerk.
Yeah. Well, like, I remember, like, I'd go to class and people would be like, "Oh, are you gonna go to the jerk off after school?" I was like, "So what? What?" I was like, "Yeah, of course."
Like the wrong picture in your brain. Like we're masturbating in front of each other.
Yeah. Like my gay dreams coming true, and then like I went there and there was a bunch of people just like high kicking, like fucking like German, like when it was Russian, like, you know?
Yeah.
You walk up and you go, "They can come from that?"
Yeah.
Dude, fucking, I knew this kid who got like way into jerking when he was in like middle school.
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, I mean like with his feet.
I don't know how to dance, but
with his feet. He got into jerking with his feet, but he would do the fucking thing, and he knew how to do all these. You know the tricks they had, like the drop, and then there was the one thing where you're supposed to pick up one foot and then jump over it.
I know that one.
So he was like challenged. Like some dude was like, "I bet you're not even good at this," and so he was like, "All right, watch me do this." And he had like he was going hard, and like a whole group of people got around to watch him jerk, and he fucking.
He had a jerk circle.
Yeah, well, he grabbed one foot to jump over it, and his foot caught on his knee while he was jumping over. Face into the concrete. Whole group of people started crying.
Oh, that's great.
Like laughing?
No, crying.
Oh.
Like no, he was crying, blood all over his face. He just fucked up.
The jerk circle was crying, laughing at him.
Yeah, 7th, 8th grade.
But if you're not part of the jerk circle, are you the voyeur?
Yes.
Watching? So,
Yeah.
And the teacher is the cuck. Did I ever tell you the dance group I saw in the Santa Monica Pier?
No.
I told you about that? So it was one of the 2 days I was in LA on the road trip to Portland. And we had split up. Me and Brett split up for whatever. I was alone. Just I was like, we were in Santa Monica. I think he went to the beach. I was uninterested in the water, so I was like, I'll go to the pier. I've seen that in video games and shit. Looks exactly like the video games, by the way. Have you been? You're both from California. Have you been to the Santa Monica Pier?
Yeah, one time.
One time, yeah.
One time as well.
So I walk all the way down it, past like the roller coasters and all the stands, and I think I bought a pair of sunglasses or whatever. And then there was just a group of like 3 dudes and like a piece of cardboard on the ground, and I was like, some California hip hop dancing, how cool! And like they were like getting people into it, like, hey, we're about to start, everybody. They had like one of those hands-free mics that was attached to like just a dumb little speaker that they were also playing music through.
Like a theme park conductor. Yeah.
Like, gather around, everybody. Meanwhile, like I had seen some when I went to San Francisco and I went to the Fisherman's Wharf, I had seen some acts kind of like that was like kind of cool to watch.
Yeah, sure.
So I was I was like, I'll watch this. And so they really, by the way, gathered a huge crowd. Like if this was a comedy show, we would be stoked to perform.
Oh, sure.
Like it was a bunch of people. They were really hyping it up. They were kind of like doing, like playing some music and doing just that, like warm up. We're moving in rhythm and we look cool. And we have, like 2 of them had their shirts off. They had abs. It was this whole thing. Everyone was willing to watch them. And they kept building up to this big thing that they were about to do. Getting 40 plus people, like, and then they were like, all right, so in order to see us do it, we want to see your money first. And then they gave this whole spiel about like how people will just watch something and walk away, which is very true for street art. And they were like, everybody pay up, and then we're going to get the big reveal going. And then they fucking lined up like 4 people in a row, 5 people in a row, and kept insinuating that they were going to jump over this long line of people. Like, all right, our friend Matt here, he's going to go from here all the way over, and like, he's going to land over there, but it's going to be the coolest. He's going to do a double backflip. They just kept selling it. Got about 40 people to drop 20s in this hat, and then they go, oh, they get like a fake message from somebody. They go, what? No. Oh my God, really? Well, everybody, the pier won't let us do it. So, sorry, you can blame the pier staff. Goodbye. And everybody fucked off.
That's solid.
That's like
they had like $200 in that hat.
Yeah.
That's hella smart though.
All for like 5 dance moves in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was a half hour that I was like, at some point I didn't give him any money, by the way. I kind of caught on it halfway through. I was like, all right, you guys are not about to jump over a line of 10 people.
That's what we should do though. If we want to make money.
Scam people?
Yeah, just scam people, yeah.
Or fucking that ball in a cup thing.
Oh.
You gotta be good at picking up balls with cups.
Yeah, how did that even work? There's a trick, but you gotta learn all the carny tricks.
Yeah. YouTube.
You could probably learn that on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I learned mine from Chris Angel Mind Freak.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to watch him like religion.
You learned his tricks?
Yeah. He in one episode he's like, this is how you do the cup trick.
Oh, he teaches you.
Yeah.
That's a magic.
Dude, that guy was so weird.
I had the biggest crush on him.
Oh, for sure, dude. Any scene guy, like circa 2006, dick in my mouth. He was like he was like the only hot dog colored scene kid. He was just like solid Guido Jersey Shore trash, but like Hot Topic. That's insane.
I fucked with him because I thought that he would teach me how to levitate and we could like levitate the world together. I really believed in him.
Okay.
Like...
You really bought in?
I really bought in. Also, I was like an emo kid growing up and like I was like, here's a scene kid that gets me.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, mom. Kid. Yeah.
You're still into magic.
Huh?
You're still into magic. Or is that a different kind of magic?
That's a different type. That's like ritual, like ancestor
You
shit.
can't levitate through those?
I already know this story, but you should tell the story now of how you got into magic. Yeah, because that's a pretty good one.
What's your origin?
So, okay, I'm sober. I'm like 5 years, whatever, but I was using drugs really hard. Like, really fucking hard. And I convinced my mom when I was 16 to have a bunch of tweakers live with us.
Okay.
And one day I was like praying to like whatever was out there. I was like, I need a witch teacher.
Gotcha.
And I woke up one morning and a lady was naked in my backyard and she's like, hi, my name is Pandora and I'm a witch.
Whoa.
And I was like, yes, random lady that's in her 30s that's smoking meth.
God gave you a witch?
Yeah, teach me magic. What? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let me squirt you heroin, huh?
So how long did you know her?
Knew her for about a year.
And she trained you?
She trained me, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
no levitation though.
No levitation, but some creepy
shit. Some novice level, like get you into magic.
Yeah,
Teach you how to use shrines.
Shrines, rituals, what's your altars, fucking
what was like
spirits.
What was the intro and what was the coolest thing she taught you?
She taught me how to manifest. Yeah.
Dude, that is the most 16-year-old mindset though. It's just like, oh, a naked 30-year-old woman in my backyard. I must be on a journey.
She's magical.
By the way, my whole family hated her. I walked around barefoot because of her.
Yeah, you still do.
Yeah, but barefoot, on public transportation in San Francisco.
Because you had a magical spell protecting you.
Exactly. I would
shoes.
No, I didn't.
Silas is coming home with glass sticking out of their feet. Like, no, you were supposed to protect me.
Fuck MRSA.
It's crazy that you didn't get step on something.
I literally would walk around San Francisco barefoot.
Wow,
yeah,
that is my nightmare.
Yeah, and I'd be like, Kaya's with you. I'm like, I was very woo white lady.
Now, do you have to wear a specific thing when you're in magic?
No.
Okay, well, you picture a specific witch garb type outfit robes. With the pointy hats and robes and.
I think of Klansmen when I think of
they're magical.
Pointy hats and robes.
Yeah.
Different colors, same garments.
Wizards and witches.
Literally wizards and wizards.
Yeah, exactly. I think they think they're doing magic. I don't know what they're doing. But no, there isn't. I would. I don't know. There's so many things to do with magic. Of each person. I do hoodoo shit.
Okay.
Ancestors.
You
come protect me.
Get some wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. My grandmother was actually a psychic.
Yeah.
And told my great grandmother was a psychic and my grandmother was a psychic.
It's a family trait.
Yeah, my brother is a psychic and I don't know.
Okay, you're half psychic.
I'm half psychic.
Gotcha.
Yeah. My great grandma told my uncle to invest in not Wells Fargo, fucking Apple.
Okay.
Before it was a thing.
Before it was a thing?
Yeah, invest in Apple, and then she told my grandma that her third husband would be a ginger, and then her third husband was a ginger.
Wow.
And things like that.
Yeah. Someday I'm gonna fill a prophecy. I will be your husband, ginger. So you're half psychic. You can you open up the fridge and you know when the milk's gonna go bad.
Or half psychic. It's I have a feeling you're gonna die one day.
or like,
honestly, that's more accurate than some psychics.
or like I will have dreams and then I will like see where things are. Like if I lose something, or I have dreams, then I'll be like, we're not doing that today.
Gotcha. Or your friend will tell you about like their new girlfriend. You go, that's not gonna work out.
Yeah, exactly.
You're half psychic. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. What kind of spells and things are you doing like on like a weekly basis now? What are you doing in my house?
So what I'm doing in your home is a lot of like, I don't know, like I'm doing I do protection.
Okay, that's great.
I do like.
I'm not judging you, but I'm making fun of you, but I'm not judging you.
You are making fun of me. Yeah,
I'm not judging you.
They told me they curse your room.
That's why I have so many spiders down here.
Well, like, I sometimes, if I'm angry at somebody in the house, sometimes things go missing of theirs and it gets burned.
You steal our stuff and burn it?
Mm-hmm.
That's where all my clothes keep going.
Talk to these people.
No, it was rude to me. I'm gonna do magic with this sock and this lighter.
I steal your
That's not magic. That's property destruction. That's stealing and arson.
Well, you should ask my teacher. She set my mom's stuff on fire all the time.
Yeah, she walks around naked, so...
You're lucky I don't do that.
Well, actually, I do that. I walk around naked around the house so much.
All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You're very funny about it, too. There was one time I was just having a conversation with Silas. They were naked, and I'm like, okay, this is just another day at home. Like, we're talking. I'm not naked, Silas is. And then, like, I started walking away, and you say, no, wait. And then I turned around, and you had your hands on the bed with your ass out, and then you took a bottle of water and just sprayed it down your back and licked your lips at me.
This is my life.
But fucking, I don't know. I know you don't believe in this.
No.
This stuff, I believe in it.
So you're thankful for the protection?
Me. Oh, yes. Yes,
wait, wait a second. You don't believe in this.
Could you not tell by my tone?
No, I really thought you fucking believed in it.
No, not a word.
Okay, you're telling me...
You're speaking insanity to me right now.
You're telling me that you have, like, seen a spirit in your room. Really, the spiritual activities.
A ball moved.
A ball.
Oh my god!
In the fucking basement.
Are you taking back that entire conversation?
Okay, in the basement. Okay, wait a second. In the basement where there is no wind, there is no ventilation.
Yeah. And
a ball fucking moved.
Yes.
Did you kick the ball?
No.
Was the ball just on the ground?
Cleaning up gravy off my dick.
I literally thought of mushroom gravy when you said that, and then I didn't know you were going to say dick.
No. Cajun gravy from Popeyes.
Oh, or like really, like legit.
Like I literally dropped a thing of mashed potatoes and gravy on my fucking dick right before the ghost showed up.
I thought,
or whatever it was.
I thought that you were talking about cum.
The alleged ghost.
I think it's arrogant of you. To say this shit doesn't exist.
Well, I am arrogant and also correct.
Yeah.
So, you're right.
Well, I think just saying you're correct is arrogant. I don't know. I believe in it. I'm afraid of a lot of it.
Why don't you do it then?
What?
Why
I don't do it.
You light candles in your room?
Well, no, because look, first of all, I don't know anything about it, and I do believe that there are certain things that if you put energy into them, you're going to get bad shit back. That's just what I think. And like...
Now, if we got you a teacher, would you... be interested in getting into this?
No, I think I'm good, dude.
Let Silas protect the house on their own.
Why do you think I'm so adamant about cleaning? That's like half the reason. That's like half the reason. Like why spirits and negativity fester and they manifest into something that's bigger. Whenever we've had like bigger fights about anything, particularly about when it comes to the house, it's because everything's like messy. It's not only it's like the energy that we're like emitting. You know what I mean? You can't like tell me. You know?
I agree with everything you just said except for the spirits part. A messy house will for sure cause fights.
Yeah,
I don't think that's spirits.
There's probably some psychology.
Look, you don't have to. I mean,
you know what? Like, it's fine because like Hollow's Eve is coming with Shaban.
That's great.
Samhain.
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 You don't even know the name.
Dia de los Muertos.
Our household witch doesn't know the real Halloween.
Was it Samhain or whatever is
Salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon is coming.
It's fucking Halloween's coming.
Okay.
We can go on a ghost adventure, on a ghost tour, and I want you to feel that.
Guess those are going to be closed down. I don't think
we. No, COVID safe ghost tour. The ghosts will be wearing masks.
That's how you spot him. Yeah. Just a floating basket across the room. He goes,
wait, to get tested?
Do they test you? I don't have a nose. I don't have blood.
But I don't know. I like, the thing is like, I believe in like prayer and like you know, affirmation and things like that, and I don't really feel comfortable in manifestation for myself or anything like that.
I never actually got to know, what is manifestation?
So manifestation is like my friend Amelia, she's a witch, right? Literally, I'm not fucking kidding you.
I know she was a witch.
Yeah, Amelia.
Oh,
yeah. We did witch shit together.
That's great.
Oh my god, that was insane.
That was fun.
Dude, the thing. Okay, get through what you're gonna say.
We put
I have some opinions on her.
We put cloaks on. We burned Noah's socks, and we did magic together.
Okay. No, but Amelia's a perfect example. Amelia literally has been doing manifestation work, right? Mm-hmm. The day before she got her car, like she literally said, I need a car that's cheap. Yep. She got a car for $300.
That's pretty good.
And then like literally I was talking to her on the phone the day before this happened. What I was like talking to her and she was like, yeah, I want to move to a new place. I just don't know where. Mm-hmm. The next day she got an opportunity to move to New York for a whole 2-bedroom flat for $1,100 with her own patio, a 15-minute bus subway ride into the city. And like it's unheard of.
That's pretty good.
And it's actually being grandfathered in, and it's actually like what's that fucking word? Like
so
red control.
She contacted her grandfather ancestor?
No, she didn't. Oh. No, but she didn't. But like she put that into the universe, that what she wanted.
That's manifestation.
That's manifestation.
A vision board.
It is not only a vision board. It's not only a vision board, but
magical.
It's like how much negative thoughts that you put out into the universe, right?
Gotcha.
And into your space. But like how about changing that with positive thoughts and then like having that come to you?
So we probably should cut this out because I don't know if you want this part that I'm saying right now, but this is just for the sake of the conversation and shit. Ben Harkins started doing manifestation work and ended up Portland's funniest person. He ended up playing Brev Hall 3 times in 1 year. He ended up making like multiple rents worth of money doing comedy, like all this shit.
That is pretty good.
The thing is with Amelia, she's been just getting shit left and right with all this stuff, and legit, one day a piano's gonna fall on her head. Well, like bad shit's gonna come back to you. Like
you're saying she's getting murdered as soon as she moves to New York.
No. But here's the thing, though. Like when it comes to doing manifestation work, you're always supposed to give things back. Okay. You're always supposed to be adding to the pot for what you're getting.
This sounds like magical karma.
Yeah, exactly. As well, fucking, like, I did manifestation. I was like, I need to get a car. Guess what happened the day after fucking, like, and I said that the day, like, Amelia was, wanting to say that she wanted to move. I'm getting her fucking car. I was, like, worried about rent one day. Like, not rent, about money. And I was like, I need money. And then I got a job. And then I got a call from a coworker asking to be a consultant for $60 an hour that day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, things like that pop up when we like, ask the universe and when we're open to that. You know?
Yeah. I've said before, I don't. Here's the other thing: is I don't get. Like, I think there is something, but there's a through line between even Christians praying to God. You know, oh please let me get this promotion at work. I really have been working hard for it. God, just let me have it. And a week later, they get that promotion and they go, "Oh, hail Jesus," or whatever they say. And that's kind of, there's that weird through line. Same with vision boards. Same with this. Same with karma. You find it in a lot of different cultures of. And I don't know what it is, but I think it exists. I just don't know the explanation for it. Of literally putting out into the universe kind of what you want, what your goals are, somehow makes them more likely to happen.
Well, so you believe in witchcraft?
Nah, I don't know about that.
Yes, that's what you just said.
I said there's something to it.
I don't want to call it witchcraft. You just heard it on the Basement Show. Jake Tooley believes in witches and probably ghosts.
Maybe ghosts.
And like also, Jake, by the way, like cleaning your room and like lighting a candle, that's part of witchcraft. That's cleansing, like
well, I guess I practice
like small things that we are taught as traditions. Those are like witch.
Self-care is also witchcraft?
No, like Halloween is witchcraft. Like when you dress up as a mask, you bob for apples. Like celebrating Christmas is witchcraft because you're celebrating the new year of Yule. Like, you know what I mean? These are all Celtic, which are, like, good for your people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My heritage. My ancestors are real riled up those days.
You know that little shiver after you piss?
Yeah,
that's the spirit telling you thank you for making it into the toilet.
Oh, maybe I do believe in
also, like, a lot of people don't know this, but, like, in the beginning of America, like, witchcraft was actually, like, put more on a pedestal than Christianity because they were so anti.
Well, there weren't that many Christians here yet.
Yeah, and also, well, not only that, but like they were so anti-Christian because of what England did.
Catholic, especially.
Yeah, and Catholicism is horrible.
Yeah. And the Spaniards ruined it all.
Mm-hmm. In England and all of Europe, but during Christmas. Europe. They would actually celebrate Yule, and they would actually have a day where they fuck, and it was like the purge.
Hell yeah.
They were like having orgies in the street.
Very pagan.
I want to have orgies in the street.
Oh, who doesn't?
Bring it back.
Well, I mean, maybe these days.
Or maybe you'll be the cuck.
I'll watch from my porch.
Yeah.
I'll be a cork butt.
Yeah. A cork butt.
Porch cuck. A cork butt.
Cork butt. I'll be the cork butt. I'll be the town cork butt. I'm going to walk around corking my butt.
Hey, orgy, I'm the cork butt.
Yeah.
So, I have a question.
Okay.
Who taught you, or not who taught you, when did you discover masturbation?
Well, that's actually, you were right the first time. Who taught me masturbation was my uncle.
Candyland.
Michael Jackson taught me how to masturbate. I was 10. No, I was probably, I don't know. It had to be like, I mean, the tween years of like 11 or 12, I think. I wasn't early, for sure. Because also you're told as a Christian boy that it's wrong and ejaculation is sin, basically. So, also you don't know what it is the first time, really. You're just like, I think I was like humping my bed. I'm like, that feels great. Oh God, I peed my pants. You know? And then once I learned what that was,
wow, the school system failed.
Once I learned what that was, I was like, oh well, I'm not allowed to ever do that again until I'm married and I'm 11. So fuck. And then I masturbated in sin for years.
Oh, nice. Was like after your first masturbation, did you feel bad about it?
Oh, every time.
Yeah.
Like for years, guilt, shame, and remorse was a daily part of. I still did it daily, but maybe not daily back then.
Dude, I remember the 5th grade. Me and my friend like Googled boobs or something, and like we got caught by his mom. And I remember I spent all night crying, being like, "God, please don't send me to hell. Please don't send me to hell. I'm so sorry. I'll never do it again." It's
so real. You truly believe like that the Lord above has witnessed you in the most shameful act, and you're like, "Well, I'm still gonna do it tomorrow."
Yeah, but also looking back, I was mostly sorry because I got caught.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the most thing.
I don't know. Like,
did you ever get caught watching porn?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
I only got caught once. That was like the first time was I think the only time that at least I was confronted about it.
I was confronted by my grandmother.
Oh, that's
on my
worse.
dad's side, who I don't see often. When I went to go visit her, I needed to masturbate. Whatever.
Conservative lady.
Muslim lady, woman of faith. She
also anti-masturbation.
Yeah, she really wanted to talk to me
again,
about
a through line through cultures, really.
Yeah. Just do not touch it.
Well, like, okay, so my first time masturbating was like, I don't know, like, my friends told me to go on xxx.com, and I went on there and I was like, oh shit, boobies, you know?
Lots of
and
boobies.
Like, I was just like, I don't want to look at this. So I typed in, like, of course, please show me on Google. Like, please
show me.
Please, Mr. Google, can you show me a penis, sir?
.com.
Yeah. And then I saw this man, like, of course, white, like, just like, I'm black, by the way, if you don't know. I'm a black, non-binary person.
That'll be the first thing we say.
Okay.
They're black.
Yeah. He was just like jacking off, and I was like, because I kept on seeing these things with like he was doing to women, I was like, well, I want to do this too, and I saw him like stroking his cock, and I was like, I can do that. I can do that at home. And I started doing that, and then fucking shit came out of it. Nobody told me. I freaked the fuck out. I cried.
Cried.
Yeah, I was like sitting there, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Also, there's just this mess that you've never had to clean up before.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and like.
Yeah. Well, dude, I think the first time I ever masturbated, I was like 6, and I just found out that happened one time. and I did it twice in a row, and for some reason, I
twice.
This cartoon popped in my head of the tip of my dick jumping off of my body and running away to France, holding on the flag. And I was like, if I keep doing this, the tip of my dick's gonna fall off. And so I stopped for a long time.
Everybody knows all dick tips go to France.
I don't know why France either. Yeah,
that's where all dick tips live.
He was holding a little French flag. That's how I know he was
would
going
not
to France.
stop jerking me off.
Your penis surrenders.
The only time I ever got caught with porn was because I just didn't know about clearing the search history, and I did it on the only computer in the house, which was the family computer.
Yeah.
In my parents were both gone. I had been doing porn for a minute at that point. Again, every time super shamefully.
Yeah.
But and it's the thing is I then looked at a lot of different types of porn, but the one that I got caught for was probably the weirdest thing I probably could have found. My dad, so here's how the conversation started. My dad was like, "Son, we need to talk about something." I go, "Okay." He goes, "I found something on the computer." And I go, "Oh, no, that can't be good." And he goes, "Were you looking at cartoon Star Wars porn?" And I said, "No." He goes, "Well, I wasn't, and you're an only child."
Mom.
And really, I still remember it. Kind of, it was just a bunch of not videos, just still images of all the female characters from Star Wars if they were naked, and then a few of the male characters if they were fucking them. It was just fucking weird fandom shit. I don't even remember liking it that much, but I definitely looked at it and just didn't clear the search history. And my dad thought I was this weird little nerd pervert.
Oh god, this is so embarrassing. You remember fucking that weird shit you had to download movies onto your, and then you would watch it through the Adobe player.
Yeah,
that's how
I was too afraid to download anything.
Yeah, I never downloaded shit. I did not have the balls to do that.
So I got ballsy. Mm-hmm. Right?
You wanted to see something.
Yeah, I wanted to see everything. I had the sex talk when I was fucking in 5th grade, and my mom went from X, Y, and Z of how women fuck and how about consent and all this stuff, and then
all in one talk.
All in one talk. My mom talked about consent. My mom talked about fucking. My mom talked about when she lost her virginity. All this stuff. And then I asked my mom, "How do two men have sex?" And she told me I was too young. Yeah, right? Okay. So and I'm sitting here, well, all the information you just told me means nothing. So I just kind of went ham on the porn when I was able to.
Yeah.
And fucking I remember
that whole conversation on consent meant nothing.
Well, yeah, consent. Yeah, no, I'm very big about consent.
Get to the men.
Yeah, exactly. So I remember I was looking at something called Gay Hitchhiker, where I had this fantasy, and low key I did some sketch ass shit where I had this fantasy me hiking on the side of the road with my thumb out, and this guy would come and fuck me, and I was really excited about it. So there was this guy called...
That's not a fantasy, that's a nightmare.
Yeah. And I did it once.
Yeah,
in 8th grade.
What?
I fucking China camp. And
China camp?
Yeah, there was this guy that I fucking put out my thumb for him, and he fucking came up and picked me up and shit, and I was the whole time in this 8th grader, I was sitting there this, "Can I do anything for you? Can I do anything for you?" And he's like, "Nope." He's like, "I can drive you home."
How old was this guy?
He was in his 50s. And I was sitting there "Oh, are you sure I can do anything for you?" He's like, "No, you're just walking really far from home."
Yeah.
I'll pay any way I can, mister.
So my mom catches...
Stay in school.
What's this on my hand? Oh, that's finger paint.
Yeah. So my mom catches me watching Gay Hitchhiker porn, and she comes in literally in my living room. There was my living room and the front door, and I was jacking off, and she came in.
That's
horrible time, right?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And then I'm sitting here with my pants down, clinking out of everything.
And download. Not only is my child gay, I'm finding out, but also that they're going to be murdered.
Their fetish is something that will for sure be their demise.
And literally, she's sitting there, she's pass her the computer, and she sits there, she goes to this, where she's Gay Hitchhiker, what's up? I'm I don't know, Mom.
So I tripped and my pants fell down, and I've been running, so I'm breathing hard, and I think we have a virus.
Yeah. I swear to God, I typed into Google, please, sir, can you show me boobs?
Yeah.
And no, I was trying to watch straight porn and all this. I think a bunch of gay people have been on this computer.
So my mom fucking makes me go in her car, and like that's where the real discussions happen.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
It was in the it wasn't the PT Cruiser or like
you had a PT Cruiser.
No, it wasn't a PT Cruiser. It was like a Honda hatchback. It was like this blue, ugly color.
Okay.
It looked like a PT Cruiser, and she's like she like sits there. She's like, "Are you gay?" And I was like sitting there. I was like, "No, I'm bi-curious." And she's like, "You're having sex with men and women." And I was like, "What's bi-curious?" I was like, she was like, "Do you even know what bi-curious is?" I was like, "No." She's like, "That means you're experimenting with men and women." I was like, "Oh no, I think I'm just a bisexual." And she was like, "No, you're." She's like, "No, you're not. You're straight." And I was like, "Okay, I'm straight." And then she's like, "Just tell me if you're gay or not." And I was just like, "I'm straight." Like, you know.
That could have been like, "I'm bi-curious." Oh, you're experimenting with men and women? Oh, gross. No, I'm gay.
Yeah.
What? Women? Ew.
Oh, yeah. Disgusting.
So that was like, you know, like how my childhood sexual shit went. So then when I became like older, I like became a fucking hoe. You know what I mean? Go for it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, you really just transitioned well into what that list. We got a list here. You want to explain the background of this list?
So I didn't make a list because I'm like making a black book, like trying to be like a douchebag, like, oh yeah, fucked all these people.
You're not trying to act cool.
No, I'm not trying to act cool. Like, it was actually a list that was like my, I'm sober, and like my sponsor asked me to go over every person I've had sex with to see the patterns of it.
And you said, "Can I have a week?"
Yeah.
It's gonna take a second.
So like, and like I am changing names.
Yeah, no full names. No, we're not gonna give anybody identity away.
Yeah.
But when we were having this conversation like probably a month ago or so.
Yeah.
And you just started reading me this list, and it is just hilarious, and I wanted you to read it. It's so fucking great. Just go slow, and then if you feel like explaining any of them, dive in however deep you want. We're probably going to ask questions about a few of these. Okay. So just kind of start slow rolling these.
Okay. This guy's... Okay, I'll just read it off.
Give me the first 5.
5? Frank, China Camp, Strange Student, San Rafael, Dale, Riley, Drag Queen... Another a kind of famous performer. This other person.
A kind of famous performer.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna say
so
that. I'm not gonna say their name.
Wait, so China Camp, is that the hitchhiker guy?
No, that wasn't the hitchhiker guy. That was the guy I made a Craigslist ad at 15 or 14.
Okay.
And I fucked him for the first time.
Wow.
And I remember I prayed to God, and I was crying the whole way home, about how I did not want to be gay.
Okay. Was it good in the moment?
It was great in the moment until there was poop on my dick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah, this is real hilarious, Jake. Thanks
yeah.
for
I'm taking a stab. Let's keep going.
Well, like, being gay is so shameful.
It's a lot of pain.
Let's get to where it's not so shameful.
Okay. There's drag queen's roommate. I fucked this drag queen, or had this drag queen fuck me, and then I fucked this roommate so hot.
Yeah. Is the drag queen cool with that?
Huh?
Does the drag queen know?
I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, I'm kind of hush hush. I'm like kind of a secret hoe.
Yeah.
I will secretly have sex with people. Like this next one, Victor and Victor's fiance.
What? Oh my god.
Yeah. I was hooking up with this. Oh my god. Okay, so I was hooking up with this guy, and like his name was, we're gonna say Victor, and like we were like in love. We met at Door Alley in San Francisco at this like BDSM like festival, and like we were doing shit. You know, that was also the festival. I'll tell you that story later. That was like, yeah, we were just doing BDSM stuff, and like we hooked up, and like we were like dating each other, and we're like, I was like, this is the one.
Yeah.
And then I went on his Instagram. And then I fucked the guy with cerebral palsy, and that was his fiance.
Okay.
And I did not know that.
That was a surprise twist to the fiance.
Yeah, the fiance. Yeah. Well, I felt like he catfished me because I felt like he came out and like I did not know what was happening.
He just sent you a picture of his head.
I'm just gonna be fucking real. Like he was fucking. He came out and like he was hobbling and gobbling and like fucking saying some weird shit.
I love it.
And like fucking and fucking asked me to pee on him, but it was like and I couldn't fucking do it. And then I was like, what the fuck am I here for? I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? Am I getting somebody that's intellectually incapable or handicapped? And then
he was asking for it.
Yeah, he was asking for it. So I left, and then I hooked up with his ex, and I didn't want to.
He said, I'm gonna go fuck your fiance.
No, I didn't even want to fuck his fiance. I didn't even know that they were even together. Yeah. And then homeboy which I found that out, and then that was
yeah. You got on Instagram and you saw they were together.
And then I told him, and then he was like, "You lied to me. You knew about this whole time." I was like, "No, I literally found this out today."
Yeah. What a week.
Yeah.
That's oh my god. Who was after that? Who was next week?
Who was next week? The staff at Steamworks.
The whole staff?
I fucked 4 people at Steamworks.
What is Steamworks?
Steamworks is a gay bathhouse in San Francisco. I fucked 4.
Just all of them?
4 of the staff members.
Wow. Okay.
There.
Separately?
Separately, yeah.
Gotcha.
And then I fucked another person at Hawks, which is a bathhouse out here.
Mm-hmm.
And and I fucked the owner as well.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're closed.
Oh.
And then let me go through this list more. I'm like, I fucked the cum jar guy.
Please, let's break that one down a little bit.
Okay.
So we've both heard this story, but we're gonna guide you through it a little bit.
Okay. Oh god.
So you go.
Okay, we don't have to if you don't want.
No. I can. No, I can. I have no problem with it. I'm just gonna say to the viewer, if you want, you can skip ahead.
Yeah, this one's
because
graphic.
Because
the cerebral palsy stuff, we might need to cut that out because you did the voice.
That I crossed the line. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this now. If you have a really bad if you throw up easily, do not listen to this podcast. You should just move on to another one.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, not the whole podcast. Skip ahead.
Skip ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're don't don't fuck up my
show. Our 10 viewers.
So if you puke easy, or even if you have a sense of humor, please don't listen to this.
So. How'd you meet this guy?
I met him on Bareback Real Time.
Okay, the extreme grinder.
Yeah, it's the extreme grinder, and I met him on Bareback Real Time, and we fucked here and there, but he does orgies and stuff. So sometimes I join. And I'm yeah, I'll do an orgy.
So you fucked a few times.
Yeah, he actually texted me tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah, and asked me to come over.
Can we get him on the podcast right now?
No.
Can we call him?
No.
Please, can we call him?
No.
Hey, bring the bucket.
Yeah, bring the bucket. Anyways.
So you fucked him a few times.
So I fucked him a few times, and I fucked him one night, and he's sitting there talking to me, and we're talking, and then he's yeah, I like getting just so much loads in me, and I'm oh, that's cool, dude.
Classic.
Whatever. And then we're naked in his bed, and he's do you want to come? Do you want to see you want to see a surprise? And I was sure.
I love surprises.
Sure. And then we walk over, and I'm scared because I'm thinking that this man's gonna kill me. I walk all the way over to the refrigerator with him. He pulls out in the freezer this big Ziploc Tupperware container filled with cum that's frozen.
Yeah, your hands are about the size of a brick right now.
Yeah, size of a fucking brick. And he literally was, and I literally was I had to say, am I in there? And he said, no. No, not in this one.
You're in a different one.
Yeah, you're in a different one. And I was I was like, how many of these have you had? And he's 5 or 6 in the past couple months.
I burned through them pretty quick.
Yeah.
I just tell you I like to be cummed in?
Yeah, and I was how do you get these people's low these they're these loads? And it's I go to lawyer holes and I suck guys off, and then I hold it in my mouth and I spit in a tube, and then I dump it into that. Yeah, and then it gets better.
Oh my god!
And then it gets better.
Yeah.
He's collecting taxes. And
cans. I don't collect cans. I collect cum.
And and then he lets it thaw. And takes a turkey baster and he puts it all the cum inside of himself and have a bunch of men fuck him with it.
That's
until it's squirting piss and actually cum that I watch the videos of it trying not to throw up.
Oh, thick.
Oh, it's thick. It looks like piss, and it's it's yellow, and it's this oozing and still jiggles. It's so much.
Well, it's also been frozen and de-thawed. De-thawed cum probably has a different consistency. I have to imagine.
Yeah.
That is fucking Have you seen him since this?
No, I saw him actually while I was hypothetically protesting.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, I don't know what that is. And he asked me to come over, and I was like, sure. I just don't know how to like reject people really nicely, and so not nice. I ghosted him, like nice. Hard.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
He won.
I mean, how long ago was that? How long ago was that?
A month ago? 2 months ago?
Okay, so he's probably on like
2-3 months ago.
You saw him?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
COVID times.
Yeah.
So I think it was before COVID. It was before COVID, right?
What?
The cum guy.
That was back around when I went to Salem with Dark Web.
Wow, so he's probably like on jar number 10 or something.
Yeah.
Like he's really powering through.
He wants to come over tonight to help.
Probably needs a new turkey baster at this point.
Yeah,
you can't keep using the same
gum one up.
I'm just imagining it just like the rings, like like water rings, like on like the turkey
like on
baster.
a tree.
Yeah.
We got about 10 milliliters in this one. All right, fellas.
I was trying not to gag when he was showing me, and it was just like a cat bringing a dead bird to you, and you not trying to like throw up.
You mean the measurements on the thing? I thought you meant like being able to tell like when the cum was frozen by the rings in the fucking jar.
That's also probably good. There's gotta be different layers.
You gotta be like the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
You can tell what era. Like, oh, this is the Mesozoic era.
You go, that red speck right there? That's me. That's the gross part? I'm sorry.
Yeah, the blood. The one with all the blood in it.
So after that shocking tale, who is next?
We have Nick the Pig, the Asian guy I blew on and bled on. I used to give this guy a BJ, and like I had a septum ring, and I would like flip it up, and every single time it would bleed all over him, and it was just like really weird.
Damn.
The guy that drove 2 hours to get me, and then that was weird. Like he drove 2 hours to like come get me from San Francisco, and like I went over to his house, and then like right when I got there, I was like, I fucked him. I was like, you can take me home now.
Oh.
And,
wait, so you rode 2 hours back with him?
Mm-hmm.
So you were in the car for 4 hours? Mm-hmm. In the house for 5 minutes?
Mm-hmm. Not
to insult you. Maybe more than 5 minutes? I don't know.
Nick with the crow. I fucked this witch that was also a witch. Yeah. And like he had a crow in his backyard, and crows are really fucking annoying when you have them as pets.
Yeah. Wait, so he had a pet crow?
Mm-hmm.
In a cage?
Yeah. He had a pet crow in a cage, and like it was screaming the whole time.
Of course it was. It was in a cage.
It was like Jesus. Please like cut that out too. It was just me doing a crow.
No, that was a good crow.
Okay. I also have the gas station worker. I fucked this guy. Like he was a gas station attendant, and I fucked him in the gas station bathroom.
Really?
Which is really gross.
Of course.
And like they
was
never.
It one
clean
that's on the inside, or one that you have to go around the back to?
The one you have to go to the back to.
Those are worse.
Yeah, and the fucking people like were trying to like come in, and then he was yeah.
Because that's what you do in there.
Yeah, that's what you do in there. You take shits, and I'm sitting there fucking this guy on the thing. I have my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
He made the list.
He made the list, yeah. Dude, fucking, like, he was a psychopath. No one knew him. Fucking, he killed squirrels and made jerky out of them and ate them.
Okay, well at least he ate them.
Yeah. It wasn't like he was, like, strangling squirrels, like, watching
killing squirrels and then doing nothing is way worse than killing them and making them into meat and eating
I have eaten squirrel jerky before. It was weird. There was fur on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was still hair on it.
Oh, God.
This guy's jerky?
Yeah. He was also. This was also the guy that wanted me and wanted Noah to watch me and him have sex.
Really?
Wanted like a room full of people to come
more than
watch.
Just you.
Yeah,
more than just me.
Julia.
This wasn't.
I would have been flattered if it was just me.
I didn't want it.
Well, no, but you'd still be flattered.
He invited me and my ex over one time to his house and made us like this it was pasta, and it was just, like, so much cheese, and then he played bluegrass music, and he started giving us a tandem shoulder massage.
One hand on each shoulder?
Yes. He just got behind us and started rubbing our shoulders. I was like, this is the weird... Bluegrass and cheese is not the way to initiate a threesome.
Sounds about right.
Not for
almonds, you. Maybe, right?
Not for you. Some people that might do just
almonds and flutes. If you want to get me into a threesome, that's what I require.
So after the boyfriend, who'd you get back at him sex with?
Get back at him sex with? The person I cheated on him with?
Nice. They're right next to each other on the list.
Yeah. Why wouldn't what? Okay. I hooked up with...
Gotta go chronological.
Another really shitty dude.
Yeah, another really shitty dude, yeah.
I really did not like him.
Yeah, he literally I was hanging out with him and Noah, and like he looked at me, he was like this, let's go party.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
dude,
like
we were in like a fucking ice cream shop, and he was like, let's go party. And it's like, dude, where did the vibe hit you to party right now? We're like,
you have a double scoop. What are you doing? Party.
Like, dude, just eating a fucking...
Hey guys, you want to go party?
Hey, dude, you know what goes great with dairy? Clubbing.
Let's go dance around until we have to shit.
Rugby players. I fucked a couple rugby players.
Oh, that's gotta be good.
Oh, it was fucking amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
badass.
It's gotta feel really good to grab the back of their head and feel all the dents.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh my.
You know what turns me on? It's cauliflower.
They're fucking fine though. Right? They were like these like Australian rugby players too, and they were ripped.
That means they're like real rugby players.
They were like fucking face fucking me so hard.
Together?
Oh my god, yeah, they were two husbands. I was like,
oh fun.
Swedish guy in the hills that I fisted. Yeah,
that one's a fun title.
Yeah,
I like the Swedish guy in the hills.
I fucking
fisted.
Yeah, I went to this guy's house.
Your choice or his?
Okay, so like. You can feel a person, like, if you've been around the block, somebody's asshole's been fisted or not, right?
Okay.
So, like...
You can see it, probably.
Yeah, well, you can see it, but also...
That's a loose asshole.
Yeah, but it's, like, also, like, if I start putting it in with ease, and then I put 2 fingers in while my dick's in, and my dick's pretty girthy, and then I fucking, like, and then I could put my half of my 4 fingers in.
With your dick?
Yeah, with my dick.
Oh, yeah, you could for sure fist.
Yeah, so I pulled out, and then I put my fist in, and he was like, he was like, wait 1 second, we can't do this here. So we go down to this room that's made of all rubber.
He got a fist room.
What? Yeah, he had a fist room, yeah.
Dude, that's like an eccentric billionaire thing.
Like, we have a dining room.
Willy
he has
Wonka
a fist room. This is the room for fucking. Like, this is not the room for fisting. Follow me.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Oh
and we go into this room, and like he's pulling all these toys and everything, and literally I'm like fisting him, and I'm like going like that with my whole arm, like inside of him, like just like it was like to my elbow.
That's
just like
what?
Well, yeah, and like
dude, you could reach in, grab his heart, and do the fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you could have murdered him for sure.
And then
that's a Bloodborne move where you go fucking all the way with your fist.
And then the homeboy was like in love with me afterwards, and was like sitting there like being like, oh, like we should like hang out more, and like trying to give me a job, and I was like, I don't want to work for you.
Well, you just fisted the life out of him. Of course.
How can you respect your boss if you fucking elbowed their asshole? Like, you know what I mean?
Like on the daily. Like,
it's like, I'm not taking an order from you. You mop the floor.
Fucking, what else do I got? I have my first orgy, which was like with 4 people.
Okay, how'd that go?
That were drag queens. It was amazing. I never knew that I could like have like an orgy before. You know what I mean?
Now, how long do those last? I've got questions about orgies.
Orgies, yes.
How long do they typically last?
How long do you want to last?
I mean, I thought that would be more dependent on the levels of cum.
Well, the levels of cum.
I mean, like, once you bust, you gotta
sit
out for a bit.
Once it gets to your knee, people are kind of wanting to go home. It stops being as fun when you can't move so good.
When you need a lifeguard, it's time to go.
Usually the orgies I've been part of, because I've been part of multiple, actually more than several.
Okay, more than several. So you got a good study on these.
Yeah.
What's the average time?
The average time for me, it depends. Like, I will do 20 minutes and then I'll leave.
Oh, okay, that's not
if I want to, because there's so many people happening, I can leave whenever I want.
You can slip right out the back.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
no pun intended.
Yeah, exactly. And also if I want to, I can stay there for a couple hours. It just depends of where you're at mentally. But after I come, usually I'm like, I kind of want to go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and then
of course. We all have that.
Yeah.
Well, also that just seems like a lot to go through, emotionally, to be in a room full of people fucking, that's I feel like seeing into another dimension or something. It's just too much for your head to process. You know, like that fork with the weird fucking arms on it. It's like, I can't figure out where this starts or ends.
It's actually very hard to see bodies.
Who was here first?
Because like I know this sounds like really hippie. It's like really hot to see like bodies like move, and I think that sex we only like, and it's only 2-dimensional when we see it like me and the person fucking, but to see other people fuck in person
while you're fucking,
like or while you're fucking, or you're just like sitting there watching and waiting your turn or whatever.
Is that cool just to sit there and watch people are okay?
Yeah, some people want to join you, some people want you to touch them. People want it's just like depends. Like
what if it's all consent based. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't have to.
That's
and
good.
You just like watching that is like something like that, like kind of like see like also horny, but like also like seeing other ways that it's been done, and just see like a body like move and like have this like really intense moment. It's like kind of fucking dope.
Yeah, it's gotta have like some kind of first day of school vibe a little bit, right? When you show up, you don't know anybody. You gotta figure out who like.
Yeah.
Like those first couple minutes where you gotta like, all right, where are the snacks? Where's this? Where's that?
Oh, yeah, there's snacks.
Are there snacks? There's snacks.
Yeah, there has to be snacks.
That's what I've heard about orgies. There's always snacks.
There's always good snacks too.
Really?
And like also like, you know, I mean like, and like I think that like if you ever go to an orgy, I would give you the suggestion of this. Hook up with somebody that you really want to hook up with, right? That you're like, fuck, I want to hook up with you.
Yeah.
And then if you can't hook up with that person, wander around and like wait, but don't wait too long to when everyone goes, but wait until the right moment happens. Gotcha. Because like if you jump into the first person, usually you're gonna want to go home after that. You know what I mean? Like you're like, fuck, I want to fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck the person.
Don't settle.
Okay. Because that person is gonna want to fuck. Usually, they're at a fucking orgy. You want to get multiple. That's what we're all here for. Yeah. This guy is
Wolfgang Puck.
Wolfgang Puck.
Yeah. He made me soup.
Next on the list.
Dude,
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Dude, my first date, my first date ever, I just came out to my mom, and I came out to everybody, and my mom, by the way, did not take it good. She was like, I had to tell her in the middle of the store, I was like, I'm gay, I'm queer, and she was like, public as possible. That's smart. Yeah, and she was like, no, you're not. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, and
your mom's religious, right?
No, my mom's not religious. My mom is like so she's so pro gay, but she just didn't know how to handle her child being gay. You know what I mean? Like, and that's it's really weird to be like, but everybody but my child, you know? And so like my first date ever, like fucking like it was this guy that was on the DL.
Okay.
And fucking like
down low.
Down low. Gotcha. If you don't know what DL is.
Just explaining for
if
the
you're
listeners.
white, you can't say DL,
yes,
because that's not your word for it. It was a down low nigga.
He was down low.
And we met on Grindr, and I went over to we met up in person. He was like, oh god, he was like, I can't believe you're going to talk about gay stuff. We can't talk about this in public.
Oh.
And like so we went to this hotel room that I bought.
So he had some shame involved too. A lot, it sounds like.
And I put my dick in his butt, right? Yeah. And like fucking he turns around and he like looks at me, he's like, I love you. And that was the first time I've ever went on a date, and I didn't know, and I was 18. This kid was like 36, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, I love you too. And he's like, we're gonna move to like Oregon and like have children and like all this stuff.
Are you living a double life right now?
Huh?
You have children with another house?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, so I was like, okay, and I just like ran away.
Yeah, that's scary. That's not. That's you don't want to hear anything like that, especially during sex. Oh yeah. It's like you're in such an act that you don't want to necessarily leave right there. You just kind of have to say like, "Hi, you too."
And the next person on my list is Bush guy that kept on talking to me about his ex. I fucked this guy, and it was.
Did he have a bush, or was it in a bush?
No, it was in a bush. Gotcha. It was like in this like hidden bush area, and we're like fucking and everything, and then he went on and on about his ex.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then next week I went on a date with his ex.
Really?
And we hooked up. That was kind of cool.
It's got to be, I mean, some kind of
gay culture
conquest thing of I got you, and I also got this person, your fiance, your ex, your whatever, your partner.
Yeah.
Double bingo.
No, exactly. That's happened to me a lot. There was fucking. Sorry, I'm just going through the list, right. Everybody. There was the pimp where I almost got pimped out. There was the time that I was at Doral and like I was getting whipped on the one of those X thingies. I forget what they're called, like
giant eggs thing.
Yeah, that you're getting whipped on. I was getting whipped on, and I thought that was the perfect time to say my name is Kunta.
Oh.
And made it really awkward for everybody there.
They didn't get it?
Yeah, no, they got it. Yeah, I was like, my name is Kunta, there was the fucking guy that literally was really, really rich, and he offered to me to be a sugar daddy. And you know that joke I always have, like, how much money would it take you to go on CNN and be like, Black lives don't matter, fuck trans lives, like, how much money would it take? And literally, I'm sitting there with this man that's like, I want to buy us a house. And this happened here when I was living here.
I remember you talking about
Yeah, I want to buy us a house, and, like, I work at Nike, and, like, all this, like, fucking shit. And he's sitting there, he's like, but I really love race play. Like, N-word, race play, and I was, like, sitting there, I was just like, how much money would it take me to, like
Nike.
Yeah, yeah.
That's tough.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
But, like, he fucking was, but he bought me some shit, though. He bought me my mask, he got me some locks, he Venmoed me some money.
Okay.
Yeah, he got me some shit. Like, I was like, okay.
Well, yeah, take his money for sure, but, like, still, like, fuck that dude.
Yeah, exactly.
like, yeah, dude, take him for all he's got. Shit.
And then there's fucking my high school teacher.
Whoa.
That gave me crabs.
Double whoa.
Yeah, I fucked my high school teacher. I realized I really have respect for school teachers.
Okay.
But you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking horrible people.
Yeah.
Dude, they legit are. I hear so many stories, like, just talking to girls, like, a lot of girls who, like, get out of high school, and they're like, yeah, dude, like, the day I graduated, my English teacher hit me up.
Yeah, we had a teacher like that in high school.
Dude, a lot of teachers, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're really horrible people. They're in the mindset of the children.
Yeah.
They're not around other adults.
Yeah.
I do not trust them. Why would you, like, why would you hit up somebody that, like, literally, like, was your student to fuck them and then give them crabs? And also, this guy was such a fucking bum.
You're saying all this after you fucked your teacher?
Well, like, no, he was such a fucking bum. Like, literally, he's driving me around in his fucking truck, and he's like, I live on my truck. I'm just, like, kind of, like, hippie, like, one with the universe. Yes, he's a fucking teacher.
Living in his truck?
Yeah, living in his fucking truck. What? Yes. And, like, fucking, like...
You know what? Fuck your red shirts. All right. Fuck teachers. Nobody's marching for you anymore.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like, literally, fuck teachers. And, like, fucking, like, this guy fucking, we have sex and shit. And, like, afterwards, I, like, noticed dandruff on my pubes.
Great.
And I'm just turned 18. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is just dandruff. I was like, I get dandruff all the time. And then I realized that it's moving. I was like, oh, this is crabs.
Damn.
And
how do you get rid of that? Just shave off all your
You shave everything off, and then you have to, like, bleach everything. I've had...
Mayonnaise?
Huh?
You rub mayonnaise in?
No, I don't rub mayonnaise. No, God.
You cover your crotch in mayonnaise.
You said that, like, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I thought so.
What kind of mayo you use?
Miracle Whip.
Hellmann's?
You gotta use the zing. You need the zing. If there's no zing, it's not gonna work.
I like Hellmann's.
Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's okay. Next on the list, John Krasinski.
Yeah, John
Krasinski.
Followed by Bill
he kept
Burr.
looking in the corner like there was a camera there. It was really weird.
I've had crabs. I've had gonorrhea. I've had chlamydia, and I've had gonorrhea twice.
Wow.
The last time I was getting checked up for gonorrhea, when I had it, like, the doctor was like, I have to stick my finger up your butt. And I was like, no, you don't. And he's like, yes, I do. And I was like, but bitch, I did an enema. And he, like, looked at me laughing, like, no, trust me. And literally the doctor is sticking his fucking finger up my ass. Mm-hmm. And I, like, look back and I start moaning. Like, I went into bottom mode so badly. Yeah. Like, and I was like this, oh, and making eye contact with him. And, like, there's this, oh, yeah, no, it got really weird really quickly. He, like, didn't look at me for the rest of the time. It was...
He pulled out and goes, you have double gonorrhea.
Yeah. The guy I fake came for.
You faked?
Yeah, I had this guy sucking my dick, and then he smelled weird.
Oh.
So I was like, I pretend to orgasm. Like, oh, God, I'm coming. He's like, nothing came out. And I was like, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to fake when they're sucking the dick.
Yeah, but, like, I, like, convinced him. I was like, oh, I came so hard. Like, I swear to God, like, you just got me off. He's like, no, you didn't. And I was like, yeah.
He called you on it?
Yeah, he called me out on it. He's like, let me come and finish you off. I was like, I'm good.
You're still hard.
Yeah, I was. I was fucking this dude, and then he pulled out after I came, and then he pulled out a dildo and had me fuck him with it, but it was a big black dildo, and he was white.
Gotcha.
And, like, he was like, fuck, like, just like, yeah, and I felt really weird about that because I was like, I don't mind doing dildo stuff on it. It just felt like he was like very much like, I like black dick, and like not cool with that. Fucked a stripper once.
Oh.
And then I saw him at a strip club again, and he didn't charge me. We fucked,
That's
and
nice.
he was like, "You're good," and I was like, "Okay." Fucked a lot of newcomers in AA.
Nice. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah, I fucked this guy that like this. Okay, there was this like this. This is a story. There was my friend. We're gonna call him Mac.
Okay.
And
Mac?
Mac was adopted from a different country.
Okay.
And we kind of did some like jacking off stuff.
Okay.
And like and whatever. And then they found his biological cousin, Mac's cousin.
Yeah.
And Mac and like they were like brothers. Like they don't see each other for like 5 to 6 years.
Oh yeah.
And then so Mac's cousin comes, like blood cousin, doesn't see him ever. Both adopt the family from a different country, from Vietnam.
Okay.
And
great.
Literally, Mac's cousin falls in love with me. He falls in love with me, kind of, and we start fucking like all the time.
You just can't get enough of these love triangles.
And I wasn't like the person about Mac. The thing about Mac was that like he wasn't like into me. He kind of like was experimenting with me, but like Mac's but Mac's cousin was into me. Okay. And the worst part was I rubbed it into Mac's face every single day. Yeah. I was 18. It was like the way I fucked your cousin last night. It was like, that's like your brother, right? And I like licking my lips, like and like he stopped hanging out with me, and that makes sense.
Yeah, that does.
Yeah. Now that I look at it, like I have definitely caused a lot of fucked up things.
Good thing you wrote it down. And you made amends.
I fucked this Irish guy, this Irish daddy that like he owned a like a shop in Marin, and like he would have me come over and I would like fuck him. Mm-hmm. He was like a buff daddy too.
Yeah.
And like I can't
red hair.
Mm-hmm. Can't do an Irish accent.
No, don't try.
But like fucking knew how to fuck. There was this guy that I also fucked once that said that he loves me. I love dudes that like this like weird thing where they like to say they love you.
Yeah, dudes will just spout that out. That's across the board. I feel like some dude, they're just a certain type of dude that will just like, this went well, I love you. Yeah. Meanwhile, like I'll go on some dates or hookups and be like, this went well, I never want to see you again.
No, exactly. And that's like, and I'm not saying I'm mostly like anti-relationship. You just have to get me on like the right
for sure.
time.
We're picky.
Yeah, and exactly, and I just want to vibe. Like I don't know, like I feel like that like there's a couple things I feel like that's like weird about like sex and being queer and all that stuff is that like it's so suppressed for so long that like we get to start having sex like later. We get to start having sex once we're adults, right? Yeah. And we get to start like being the person we want to be. So of course like we're gonna have this like hypersexualized versions of ourselves, right? Because that's when we know of attainment to be like having like a value. And like I don't know, like lately I've been like thinking about like a lot is like emotional intimacy and like learning how to like be in a relationship that's emotionally intimate, and not being based off of sex, which is really fucking hard because it's like you can't make a hoe into a housewife overnight.
Yeah, you gotta train them.
Yeah, you gotta really train it.
Gotta train your hoe.
Mm-hmm. And this hoe's
honestly, I can relate to a lot of that. I'm not by any means saying it's the same plight or same difficulty, but just growing up as like that, like we were talking about earlier, repressed, religious, shameful of sex. Like I didn't have sex till I was 18, so not to the same level, but I kind of have that same. You don't have it till you're 18, and then as soon as you can have it, you just kind of want to fucking do everything just to prove that you can, prove that it's okay, you know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Also, I was thinking about this too, just while you were talking. Is just like talking about that repression and growing up. Like me and you both came from like Baptist backgrounds, a lot of shame, a lot of issues. I also had like a lot of really bad sex experiences, like shit that fucked me up or whatever, and like living with you and living in such like a sex positive environment has like I'd never had that before, where it's like, oh shit, I don't have to be ashamed of anything. Like no, I can talk about this, I can be open about this, and I can also like fucking like just be cool with myself about this. I hadn't had that before.
Yeah, no, and that's what I really love about you, about living with both of you too, is that because it's like I've heard both of you've had sex, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's fine because like that's what happens when we're living with somebody. But like
that's what happens when I sneak into your room.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I'm like this with I'm like looking at the corner. No, but like that's what happens when you're living with people, and like I think that like house. It's a small and big house, and like I don't know, like I like think about this often. It's like I want not to hear you guys have sex, but I want that to be like not a factor of like why I should be like not living, like why I should hate living with somebody. You know what I mean? Like like people deserve to like have those moments of like intimacy or having those moments like hookups.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
and like that's just like being a part of being a human being. Yeah. And like I feel like that we can't be like guarded about like what our sex lives are. You know? Like because it's like the last couple places that I've like lived in have always been like, well, no hookups over here, like no this, no that, and like, and it's fucked up because it's like how many times I've seen straight people fucking like coming in with a fucking like boy or a girl, and they can just fuck them and then they can leave, but like when because my queerness makes it weird. Yeah, like you know what I mean, and they don't. You know what I'm saying, and like I don't know. I've always liked the idea of like us having people over.
Yeah, it's great to. I mean, literally have zero shame about it. You do what you do, and you tell your roommate afterwards. You get a little knuckle bump. You think we're all right.
And like legit, like okay, and like part of this too, part of that equation too with the whole hookup thing is like, I had a really hard time. Like being part of like the gay scene and trying to find men because personally it's like it's not easy for me to like take part in hookups. Like I have a really hard time with that for my own thing. It's not for me, but the thing is like a lot of queer culture, it's very normal and it can be really hard, especially like with men and like trying to find that intimacy and to have sex with other men to like if you want to have sex, a lot of the time you got to get on Grindr and find a hookup. Like that's just the deal. Like that's what it is, and kind of like putting somebody in a position where it's like where they can't do that. Like what other option have you got? You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know.
I think fucked. No, like I agree with you too, and I also think that like I get the point of hookup culture because that's all I ever wanted. I remember being 16 and being like, or 14 and being like playing like ball or whatever, being like, I'm gonna come out when I'm 16. I'm gonna have all these experiences. And then I remember being like 16 and being like, when I like get older and like I experiment for a bit, and then I'm gonna get married to a woman. You know what I mean? And then like like my gay
I did not expect that.
As the Lord intended.
No, exactly.
It's like I'm gonna come out when I'm 16, fuck a bunch of men, and then finally just fuck the gay out of my dick. I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna come out all the men liking.
Yeah, no. Drop the witchcraft.
Well, like the homophobia was really real. Like you know what I mean, and like my family, like my dad went to prison for killing a gay man, which that's a whole different story. You know what I mean, and like. Yeah, people want to hear about that. Like, let Jake know.
Tune in next time.
Yeah,
and like a lot of people act like homophobia's like changed so much over the years, but the still like what's acceptable, the ways it's acceptable for you to be gay right now, it's so limited. Like on a broad spectrum, like. You have to be white. You have to be masculine in a lot of ways. Like, if you were a white, masculine gay man, if you're Anderson Cooper, you're crushing it. Dude, if you're just, like, a clean-looking white gay man, you're fucking crushing it. But it's still, like, being effeminate and gay will get you fucking killed. Like fucking, like, I don't know.
The streets,
No, exactly. And, like, and I also hate this idea that, like, being in a relationship will be like the point, the like epitome of like your existence as being gay, and like that's the thing though is that like I can still be single and like be okay with that, like you know what I mean. I'm looking for a relationship and not at the same time because it's not going to be the thing that's going to be the defining factors for me. You know what I mean? But being single and gay and like also like being seen as like having sex with a bunch of people, you're just like demonized. But like all of a sudden, like the second that you have a partner and everything, and like and you're gay, then automatically it's like marriage and like trying to like go into like the heteronormative of like what's acceptable.
I think a lot of it was when it. I mean, we kind of slow rolled gay marriage, and once that was a for sure thing, and it kind of stopped being the issue, a lot of people just went, all right, well, we fixed homophobia. And that is totally not the case. Totally people still get attacked on the street. People still get things yelled at them on the street.
Me and Silas got called faggot it like had a guy spit at us.
Exactly.
Like what? Fucking that was like a month ago.
Yeah. It's fucking still out there.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it's great that we made progress for sure, but it doesn't stop there. I guess.
Just looks different.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think a lot of it is I say we straight people, whoever the oppressors in this situation were like, all right, you can have your marriage, you can be like us, and anybody who I don't think is exactly like us, I'm still gonna not be cool with. Like, you can get married, that's kind of what you were saying. Like, you get married, do the heteronormative thing, as long as you do that we're cool. If you go outside of what we're used to or what we would do, still not cool.
Yeah.
It's shitty.
No, exactly, and it's always like, I don't know, like, there's a couple things that, I don't know, like, I want to touch up on. It's like, I feel like being gay, like, is like probably like one of the loneliest things, right? Like you know what I mean? Like it could be like one of the loneliest things because it's like no one understands your sexuality and everyone thinks that what you are is either a joke or like you're typecasted as like their side character in people's main lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I get that all the fucking time by white women. Like automatically I'm their gay best friend and like they get to like live their lives and do all this amazing shit. But like it's still like I'm still here and like as you get to like be your white woman self and like have your boyfriend and do all that stuff, I'm sitting here like I picked up all the pieces for you and I was present for you because I thought that's what you were gonna give me back. You know? I don't know, like gay. This is gonna be like my plug right now.
Okay.
Like being gay, like is 3 times more likely of mental health mental health issues. You're gonna be homeless at a higher. You're homeless at a higher rate. 80% of people, the study by GLAAD, have not met a trans woman. So everything that have been seen by trans people in general. So most people that how they get perception about trans people are through media, which is usually like either vilified or made as a joke. And like being queer or being trans or being gay or whatever or whatnot is like. There's still a lot of like barriers and like there's still a lot of like hurdles that we have to jump through society, and like. And all of it is just because somebody wants, like, either somebody isn't the same gender, the gender that they were assigned as at birth, or people want to fuck the same gender, or whatever it is in between. And, like, society has been like, no, you're evil for that. And, like, that's really stripped away people understanding, like, who they are in society. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah.
It's like, it's like pushed us back, like, you know what I mean, of like who we are. And then like, of course, the only thing that's acceptable is like gay marriage. And like literally like gay marriage happens, but still trans women are getting fucking beaten.
Yeah.
And like in fucking LA and by gay men.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
That's where it gets real weird.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And that's just like my little tit. You know, I mean, like...
Those are some facts that people should definitely consider.
You know, I mean, I think that sexuality and like sex is like fun as fuck, and I think that we should always have fun.
And it's like cool and interesting too. Yeah.
That's why we made this podcast.
Yeah, about sex. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
it's fun and interesting.
My homegirl that's doing sex work is trans. Hey, girl, I'm not gonna tell you say your name.
Shout out.
Here's
her address.
Yeah. She fucking like I don't know. She was like telling me this story the other day. And I thought it was so dope. She was like, I was seeing a trick, and I
a very good impression.
It's solid.
I met this girl.
Yeah. And I took a condom, girl, and I was like, and she's like, and I took the dick, and I was like, what? And I put it on there, and they're like,
with her mouth?
Yeah, with her mouth. And she's like, and everyone's like, wow, how do you do that? And she's like, I have my true secret.
Wow, honestly, that's really impressive.
And I was like, sitting there, I was just like, and she's like, and I just like fucking love her because every single time we talk about sex, she's like, don't see a person for like less than $1,000, and I'm like, duh, like why would I want to see a person for less than $1,000? Like, who am I? And like she's always like, I don't know, she's always like making it being like, yeah, I hate sex, but like I love it too. Like it's like one of the best things I can do, you know.
Nobody likes work.
No one likes working, you know what I mean? She doesn't like being on her ass, shaking her ass all day.
Yeah.
But she, like if she makes 5 racks in a day, she makes 5 racks in a day.
That is crazy.
Yeah, no, she literally.
She was so cool, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, dude.
She gave me a weed pipe.
Oh yeah. She literally came off the fucking plane, and I remember we went straight to the weed store, and she's like, I'll get an ounce of this and a bubble.
She was
and like,
smoking the entire time I saw her.
Yeah, that's all she does. Is just smoke weed and just wants to hang out.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. When she answered the call, the business call, and just in the kitchen, I wasn't like eavesdropping, but I did hear part of it. I was like, this is the coolest thing in the world. Like, I got to hear
the way
talks.
she tells stories, too, is the funniest thing, because it's like, it was this, and then this, and then this, and I'm sitting there, it was like, dude, this sounds like you're describing a dream. This is not real.
She, like, I fucking love her. She, like, because I was, like, talking to her earlier, I was, like, talking to her about, like, pricing and stuff, because she's, like, she was saying that, like, this dude was paid her $800 to see her twice in 2 days, and she's like, I could have made more money from you if you would have paid the $2,000 that I asked for. Yeah. And because it's like, it's $1,000 for the hour, and like for overnights it's $5,000. So that's from 8 to 8. She leaves at 8. Yeah.
8 a.m.
Mm-hmm. She's not
good.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, I mean,
and that's
so cool. Like, is she your richest friend?
No, she's not. Like, is she my richest friend? I don't really.
She's gotta be up there.
I don't really like see who's rich or not. You know what I mean? Like,
she's
because,
definitely
like,
rich. She's a baller.
She's not rich. She's like literally everything that she pays for is like for surgeries. Okay. She's like, her neck surgeries can cost her like $10,000.
Yeah, I mean that's just business investment.
Yeah. That is. You're right. Yeah. I was like, you're right. Yeah.
That's a business decision.
Yeah. I don't know, but it's like, I don't know. It's also, I mean, it's just it is very cool to know somebody who's so like well versed in that line of work too, because it's like I've done like sex work shit in a super light fashion, you know what I mean, and it's like it's a cool, necessary, fucking rad industry, and like it's cool to know people in it. For sure, you know what I mean. I
think she might have been the first one in that line of work that I've ever even met in person. Like, I knew it was a thing. I've just never, like, just been in a kitchen with somebody that, like, was like, it was just fascinating. I'm just like, it's like meeting an astronaut or something.
Yeah.
You know, like, you do what?
Like, of all the people that, like, kind of snowballed me on, like, my, like, not my, like, my ideas of, like, the world, like, how, not only how it really is, but how it could be, was because of that person.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, I didn't know another person that was a sex worker and was trans.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah.
In my little, like, queer life. And that person, like, literally brought me under her wing and fucking taught me everything that there is to know, and, like, has helped me so much of, like, what does it mean to be trans, and what does it mean to be, like, a human being, and, like, is, like, very, like, loving and compassionate towards the people, like, and, like, just to be able to be present for somebody like that, that's fucking dope. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah. And we were talking about, like, normalizing earlier, just, like, meeting her, being friends with her, just, I mean, even a friend of a friend is just, like, it's so normalized that you're just like, oh, yeah. Like, it's just kind of like you meet a friend and you're just like, what do you do for work? And then you just, a casual answer, you're like, all right, that makes total sense. Yeah, that's a job. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I say man. She's
that
like,
sounds like your girl.
She's like, what was it? She's like, I'm the fantasy. That was her thing. That's her thing. She's like, I'm the fantasy. And then she'll sit there and she'll, like, look at you with her, like, double D boobs.
Wow. I mean, yeah.
I don't know. Very cool.
And she wants to come up soon, by the way.
Dude, I'm way down.
Yeah,
I'm way down.
Yeah,
she can meet the puppy.
She can definitely meet the puppy, and, like, I'll let her be with the fuck puppy. I'm not. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna have to, like, take breaks because you know how we both get.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
I think that's a pretty good end.
Yeah, that's a great end.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm also, by the way.
Yeah, speaking
Jake
of the mic.
And Ben. Oh, sorry. Oh. Jake and Noah's. Okay, I'll redo it. I'll redo it.
Jake and Ben's podcast. I'm the basement show.
I'm the first guest on Noah and Jake's. Which is I'm the first guest that's black and non-binary and queer, and, like. Yeah.
We apologize for that.
Yeah, they better apologize.
And I'm going to feel really bad when they're the last one. That's why.
It went great, but this is the first and last time we will ever have this conversation. Cis talk only.
You've reached the cis hour with Jake and
Noah. Hey, as two cis dudes, really, we should talk a lot more about it.
I'm going to start a spin-off podcast just about my cis experience.
That's
what I'll call it.
It's like, I wonder if it would be good for the world to see things through like a cis white man's lens. Like,
different
let's
perspective.
really get into it.
There's such a nuance to it.
Like,
Normalize it.
I was at the park today, and I was sitting there thinking, I could own all of this, and I wonder if anybody's ever sat here and thought that same thing. I don't think a lot of people think that.
As I have sex with my mayonnaise wife, missionary.
Missionary.
Every podcast starts off with, so I was just talking to my cop friend.
Thinking we didn't get a lab, right?
I went home, I took my shoes off at the door, I sat down on my L-shaped couch, and you know what I watched? How I Met Your Mother.
I fucking hate that show. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey, that was the episode. Thank you for listening. I'm glad that Silas was on. We're going to have other people on later, and this is the first time I've done this by myself. I'm really having a hard time right now, and I appreciate everybody listening because I love you. You're my fans. And I'm just glad I'm being appreciated for how good I am. Finally. Because after 22 years of mediocrity, I've found my place as a podcaster in a basement with another guy my age who looks like me. And it just means a lot that you guys make it possible for me to do this, and it has nothing to do with the insane amount of free time I have and the microphone I stole from my ex-girlfriend. So, goodbye. Thank you.
We don't look alike.
No.